Hey everyone, haven't made one of these in a while. Quick little market update and what I think is going to be happening, and focusing on some potential setups on coins that I think are going to run this week. Um, so let's just start into it. Before I go into Bitcoin, let's look at BVOL. Okay, so Bitcoin volatility has entered the zone. Um, Volatility has left the chat. And I expect a big move in the markets in the coming days. Okay, now that being said, I expect that the next 2 to 3 months is going to be a very challenging time in the market. It's going to be very hard to trade, and it's going to be a lot of chop. And I'll give you an explanation of what I think is going to happen in the market. But just be aware that if you're trading this market for the next 2 or 3 months, you're going to have a very difficult time of trading. So, okay, so um, just be aware. Now, Bitcoin volatility, that the range is tight. We've entered the zone, and within the next, 48 to not even today, but after the daily close, which is in 4 minutes, 48 to 72 hours. So basically, by Wednesday, we should have a move. Um, I don't think they're going to be as violent as they were before. The lower we get here, if we just stay in the zone, then yes, that's when it's gonna be um, violent. Okay, but for now, we're just chilling. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right. So for those that watch my video on range trading and identifying range, and my last video on this deviation short, this range has been very easy to play. Okay, we had range highs, rejection, rejection, and then rejection from resistance. Right, we had bounces from range lows. We had this deviation, and then as soon as we closed that candle below, it was a short, easy, um, short with easy invalidation, and we bounced from range lows. Okay, again, rejection from range highs, another deviation that we flipped to support. Okay, and then we closed the candle below again, confirming the deviation. Easy short again, and then you play it back to range lows. Well, look again. We bounced from range lows. Okay, longs would have been at range lows with your stops below the lowest wick, which was there. That candle had a SFP, right? So now again, you're just gonna play this range, and it's gonna be tough from now on. Um, we're getting to mid-range. We have a supply zone. I'm gonna get rid of this short because this short's over. It was a perfect 5-hour trade. We have a supply zone here. Okay, let's draw this downtrend. So, if we get to mid-range, it's most likely going to be a short. Now, having your tight stop, your stops tight here is going to be a little bit risky because we could easily go and take breakout, right? And that's where your short stop starts, right? We can easily go and take out this high here. We could do something like this before falling over again. Okay, I wouldn't long range lows again because we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches. The more and more we touch range lows, it's going to get weaker. But I think we can take these highs out, and if we take it out, right, we can come back down, maybe put in an inverse head and shoulders, but I don't know. If we do and we bounce from here, then we're going to range highs again. But for me, this looks weak. I do think we'll go and test this 38K region. I don't know how soon, but I don't really care how often or how close or how to time the markets. I'm just waiting for price action to reach my levels. Okay, so until that happens, I'm going to place my bids. I'm going to be calm for that to happen, but I'm looking for two possible short entries here. One would be the SFP to clear these highs, close back below, easy invalidation to short. The second one would be um, if you do short the supply, okay, you would have to have manual stops and good risk management because if it flips this back into If it flips this mid-range into support again, which it did here, right? We reclaimed it, flipped it to support, and ran high, right? And then you would manually close your shorts, okay? Your hard stop would be, um, you know, back the range highs here, but the risk to reward isn't great. Okay, I'm targeting 38k, but still it's a 2-hour trade, not that great. So if you have great risk management, it would be a manual stop, and you would, once it flips the mid range into support, that's when you would close out your trade for a small loss or no loss at all. I'm looking for the confirmation trade to take out these highs, create an SFP, close below, and then go that way. Okay, it's very risky to open trades here. That and being a weekend, so just chill. Um, Range lows, easy long again, easy invalidation. I'm in it personally, and I'm looking to take profit at the mid-range level. And then if we do go higher at range highs, which I will head short once we take out these highs over here, and then go back to 38k. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for in Bitcoin. I'm not really looking to complicate this. You just stick to the range and play it that way. ETH, right? So this was previous resistance level. Okay, we did come back to almost retest here. We actually did come back into the zone, and we filled perfectly. We are bouncing where we had to from that downtrend line. Well, support. Okay. Now we are hovering on the support. The longer we're hovering on support, it's bearish for me. So yes, we could get a quick dip, and the longer we go, we could possibly test this trend line. Right. I'm looking for a dip back to 2380 to possibly get my DCA, and this is the call that I made in the servers. But ETH looks decently strong to me. If Bitcoin can just chill here, I expect ETH to take over. If we do break out here, I'm targeting 3K. Okay. I did get levels to take profit, but we could see something like this play out as well. We did have a 5 or 2% move up, but this would be possibly something to keep eyes on, right? Break out, retest, go and retest here, reject, do something like this, put an inverse head and shoulders, right? Retest the neckline and then go up from there. The inverse head and shoulders technical target would be around 2750, would go back to take out these highs. Probably see the reaction from that point on, right? If we do take out the highs, close below, possibly short entry with your stops above the wick, wherever that is. Play it back to the neckline if there is no retest, or it might be just a quick short back to here. Okay, but I'm still looking for more upwards movement on ETH, and hopefully this is the bottom that we got. Maybe a quick wick down there, and then go up before we have a huge nuke down. Now, yes, Bitcoin can go to 38k. That's totally fine with me. I'm still in my ETH position. Yes, Bitcoin can rise. I still think we go to 38k. Doesn't matter when for me. I'm just playing it level by level. All right. Now these are all swing trades for me. I'm not a scalper. If you scalp, manage your own positions. So, Dogecoin broke out. Okay. We actually did try to break this resistance. We have not yet. Um, if you are not in a position, I would wait for a successful retest, flip of this resistance, and then highs. Everyone and their mother is long on Dogecoin, so I just thought to enter the trade as well. Apparently they have some news coming out, but I think it can run. It broke out. Whenever it breaks out, it does run. So if we were to back test this, right? And I mean, you can do this from wherever, right? Break out, run, right? Break out, run, and so on and so forth, right? You can take it from here, right? Breakout and then run. So for me, this looks okay. I having some exposure to this in case it runs is good. Now, if you guys were in the last cycle, Dogecoin and Chainlink started the runs, right? You want to see these meme coins, and I'm not talking about the Solana shit coins. I'm talking about actual coins. You want to see these coins run a little bit, okay? So if Dogecoin runs, there will be interest in the market for the retailers. They'll be like, oh, this is running. I'm gonna buy some. This will propel this a little bit higher. TPs for me are at the red lines, not this one. This is resistance, but here and here. Get a nice, once we break out from this resistance, right? A nice like 20% move, about. But you want to see this coin run, okay? Once this coin runs, and we possibly are actually putting in an inverse head and shoulders here as well. But if this coin runs, then it would bring in more liquidity in the market, more retailers, and hopefully this would push other altcoins up as well. Like I mentioned, ETH I think will run. So having some exposure, whether it's just a little bit of your portfolio to Dogecoin just in case if it runs, I think is a smart idea. None of this is financial advice, but that's how I'm playing it personally. Okay. Um, Now shitcoin Solana. I don't know why a lot of fanboys love this coin. Okay. I will promise that I will give my unbiased opinion here. Okay. Okay. This chart looks disgusting. Um, this is actually a shitcoin. I'm saying that unbiasedly. And if I were to invert the chart, okay, here's your cup, here's your handle pattern, right? And if you're talking about a bull flag here too, we have broken out your technical targets for an actual bull flag, right? There you go. Right into that $71 area, right? Now technical targets for a cup and handle is at 51. How did I get 51? Here is your target from the base of the cup to the neckline, right? And I added a few more percents because this is a shitcoin, right? I'm saying that again, unbiasedly. Now, if we flip this, again, this chart's inverted. If we flip this resistance into support, then that is your quote unquote long trigger, again, inverted. So let me make this uninverted for some of you people. But if we turn this into resistance, short trigger, easy stop loss, and then you're targeting this demand zone over here. Okay, demand zone. That's where I would scale into some possible longs for Sol. Otherwise, right, if you're looking to long this coin, you would wait for a breakout. Let's go on the daily, right? So a breakout and retest and close above this trend line to long. We had the breakout. We did not retest. We just went straight through. Okay, again, because Solana is a shitcoin. And then you will target, new highs. But until that happens, I don't think that Sol is a good trade to take. Um, it's barely moving. However, right, lose this trend line. You have a head and shoulders, diagonal head and shoulders as well. Lose it, draw it out, right? Easy short as well, which would be inconfluent with, something like that, which would fall in line with the other short possible short that I gave you as well. Okay, so I'm not touching Sol. I'm mostly focused on Dogecoin right now, ETH and Bitcoin. The other strong coin is actually Link. Don't mind that. I was in a short yesterday after that rising wedge retest failed. So let me remove that. Okay, I still think this goes to test $18. Now we have to be careful here. I don't know if this is actually. I mean, we have. Let's do this. Okay, this is where I'm looking to take profit. I'm gonna front run it by $18. Okay, now I don't know if this is distribution here or if this is consolidation before the next leg up. Okay, because here's resistance, right? Here's your range. Okay, so this is your range, right? Now I don't know if this is distribution, right? Some more selling off here and then a dump, or if this is actually consolidation under resistance for the next leg up. Um, for me, link BTC, right? We have broken out, okay? A strong breakout. So let's see if we come back over here and retest this OB and hold, okay? And then go higher. This would be in confluence with an inverse head and shoulder on the Bitcoin pairing, which would send the USDT pairing to at least 1750-ish. Now yesterday we had a nice move to 1650. For me, again, no longs until this resistance is flipped to support, and then we'll target 18. If you guys are in the servers with me, then you guys are in long from way lower, right? So this is our okay. These are the levels that I gave, right? 14.27, 13.63, and then 12. Fill those perfectly. Average around 13.8, and we are up 20% unleveraged. So I'm still in from spot on way lower, but for Link to do what it has to do, it has to break that 16. Let me go back to it. Has to break that 1640 into support before going higher. Okay, so these are my 4 coins that I'm watching: Bitcoin, ETH, Doge, and Link. Sol, not really worried about, not getting into it. But if these can hold, then I expect a move, or if Dogecoin can run, which it seems like it is, we are breaking resistance. If this can run, then I do see us having another leg up in the altcoins, right? So don't overtrade. Focus on what's showing strength, and right now it's Dogecoin, and just play it that way. All right. So thank you, everyone. I'll see you guys next time.